Hello and welcome to the reading room. I know you've gathered here today to hear the nation's story, and you've had me working really hard reading all your contributions. We've had some great stuff today. The first thing I wanted to say though was a sorry to Mr. Shackleton. It was a superb submission, but I'm afraid it came in just a little bit too late. We had a great story today. It was really funny, action-packed, about a magician and his naughty, cheeky rabbit. The story was called Presto, and I asked you to include 3 particular challenges. They were your writing challenges into the writing. I asked you if you could do a simile which could have a magician's theme, and my goodness, there was some great ideas, from curtains to cloaks to sparkles to spells. Really good ideas. I think you really got into the swing of that. The other thing I asked you to do after the simile was to build a simple sentence, but at the end put a colon and then add 3 delicious adjectives, 3 powerful, precise adjectives. And again, that was superb. And the other thing I asked you to do, and do you know what really impressed me? I was doing it with sight words, but some of you took 3 words like the power of 3 and really intensified them across the writing. That was excellent. Well, every day we have more and more submissions, hundreds and hundreds. But now I'm going to give you the roll call of our winners today. First up, it's Mary the Fairy. She is at Mary the Fairy from EYFS, and she's 38 years old. It's quite tricky for old people to put their mind to writing, but it was a superb submission. Macy B, she's 11 and she wrote Chunk 2. Ruby Wakefield Clark, you're 9.5. I thank you for that half. That half is really important. Madam, or not Madam, I've done some rhyming in my mind there. Adam, I'm so sorry. Adam Fiaz, you're 8, writing Chunk 4. Isaac O'Brien, you're 10, writing Chunk 5. Chunk 6 was Olivia May, you're 9. Lila Pigden, you're 9, and you wrote Chunk 7. Alicia Gathercole, and I think we've seen your name before, but every day you're working hard, you're 9, writing Chunk 8. And Grace Hugh, you're 7, writing Chunk 9. Well, this is a lively one. I hope you've got your slippers on, you're sitting comfortably. Presto. Excitement filled the air inside the theatre, but when would Presto appear? Inside the dark dressing room, various billboard posters adorn the walls, declaring the magical possibilities of the magician's hat. A small white rabbit was in a cage to one side, and as loud as the applause from a raucous audience, Alec the rabbit's tummy rumbled. He extended his short arm as far as he could reach to the carrot on the dressing table. Bright, orange, tasty, fresh. But it was no good. Without warning, the door flew open and Presto announced his arrival by licking his fingers and smacking his lips. He had clearly returned from a lovely large lunch. Alec stared in disbelief as he wondered whether Presto was ever going to help him get his own sustenance that he desperately required. As mischievously as a monkey, Presto double-locked the dressing room door. He opened what looked like an ordinary drawer and took out a shiny gold key. A glint of sparkles shone in his eye. Before him sat the mysterious hats, spellbinding, mystical, enchanted. And lifting them out, he grumbled at the sight of the dust gathered at the tip of Alex's hat, and with one vast blow, a puff of charcoal-coloured dust ascended out of Presto's satin-lined top hat. Removing his silky white hanky from the inside blazer pocket, Presto cleared any remaining dust massed within the hats, and entering the hanky into one hat, he popped out of the other, still white as snow. Bravo! Preston thought to himself. A smug look was painted on his face. As quick as a swish of a magician's wand, Presto heard his call to go on stage. He shoved Alec into the other cone hat, and as he went on stage, everyone was clapping. Then he told them to stop. He purposely showed the audience his leather, black, empty top hat, and he stuck his hand in his hat to pull the rabbit out. But he did not grab the rabbit. He grabbed an electric cable. Presto glared at Alec to put the cone hat away instead, and Alec did not want to, because all he wanted was a carrot. The audience wanted to know what Presto was looking at, because he was in a total state. He raised his hands in the air, showing the excited audience he was going to perform a trick. And as quick as a wave of a magician's wand, he showed everyone the empty hat again. He wiggled his fingers dramatically, and the background was a loud drum roll. Clack, clang, clank. And for the first trick, Alex held a purple cone-shaped white hat into the magician's eyes, but Alec did not want to be picked again. Instead, he asked Presto for a succulent carrot. He saw Presto trying to reach out for him, so he thought, for revenge, he'd put a mousetrap there to scare him. And the minute Presto noticed it, it was too late. And Alex decided to ask for a carrot again. As quick as a trick from the magician's hand, the egg exploded in his face. Grinning and bowing appreciatively, Presto accepted the applause from the audience. When he turned to Alakazam, Presto pulled out a carrot, juicy, luscious, succulent. And he was nodding eagerly, but Alakazam really wanted the carrot, and with a swoosh of his hand, Presto transformed it into a flower. Time for revenge, thought Alec. And in a state of anger, he slammed the cabinet door onto Presto's hand. Intense pain surged through his body, and Presto dashed towards the rabbit with a quick reaction. Presto's own fingers poked himself in the eye, and with one good eye, the other one that was left, Presto gave Alakazam a stern look. Presto eagerly dug his hand deep like a thunderbolt into the magic hat, though expecting to catch the naughty rabbit's ears and hold Alakazam high up in the air with deafening applause. But it was a very unpleasant surprise. Little did the famous magician know that this tiny-looking, harmless rabbit had an extremely cunning plan for him just up his sleeve, or should I say, paws. It was time for revenge. The starving creature just could not wait any longer to get his small, fluffy hands on the tangerine-coloured carrot sitting right in front of Alec on the tall side table. Alakazam waited for the talented magician to stick his hand in the hat and then face the other magical prop to the electric box, which the rabbit's owner put his finger right into. It was bright, it was gleaming, it was a turquoise bolt that went zooming right up his hand. Boom. The bright light travelled through both hats and onto Presto's hand, and shocking him violently and sending lightning bolts right through his hair. Dancing, madly, crazy, desperately, trying to make it part of the show, then the next thing he was lying flat on the floor, eyes wide open with rage, hands by his side. He was Presto the Magician, so he still ended up with great applause, even if it had gone all wrong. Presto grabbed hold of the metal bar, but all of a sudden it broke and he ascended into the air, and as quick as a flick, it seemed like he was high above the sky. The mischievous white bunny popped out from under the table that he was hiding under, and he smiled, a long, twisted smile, and cheered quietly. The audience gasped and looked on in shock. What is going to happen, they thought. Presto fell from the sky, but then Alec the bunny felt sorry for him and quietly and very guilty about their quarrel. So Presto may have been unkind to him, but he was still his master. Alec grabbed hold of a piano, a table and a stool, and Presto landed perfectly, and everyone cheered. He dug deep, his hand deep like a thunderbolt into his magic hat, and expecting to catch the naughty rabbit's ears and hold Alakazam up high to deafening applause, he got a very unpleasant surprise. Little did the famous magician know that this tiny looking harmless rabbit had a cunning plan for him, a very cunning plan yet again. Oh dear. What a cliffhanger. That story just finished so abruptly, a bit like a magic trick that was going wrong. Well, everybody, thank you for your story contributions today. And next week, on Monday at 9:45, we've got a really intriguing film. It's called Mr. Hublot, and there is a strong emphasis on the ticking clock. Clocks are going to be very important next week, so don't be late, everybody. See you on Monday at 9:45.